Hi everyone, welcome to my channel again. Lovely Ruth here with another video. Today's no, I always forget because I don't have calendars. Today is Friday, July the 8th, and it's been a day. It's really been a day. I woke up pumped and I was, raring to go. Get some stuff out the way. Today was my test day for my insurance license, but it didn't happen. I was 6 points away, and that's with trying to cram it all in. I mean, I did study like I supposed to have studied with so many distractions, and that's on me though. That's on me. So I'm gonna set it to retake it next Friday and see what happens then. Keep your fingers crossed for that. I know I can get it. I know I can do this. I just need to focus, study, and I think that's what I'm going to do to take the whole week and study for that exam and get it right this time. Shoot, 6 points. But I did good for somebody who really, I'm not good at retaining stuff nowadays because my life is in a shambles, but it's a good shambles. It's really, really good. I'm really, really happy. I God is good. God talks to me as soon as I get in the car. He goes talking, right? So I got in the car from the test result on my I get my test results, and as soon as I turned on the car, Joel Osteen saying, "Don't worry, you'll pass the test. Keep trying and keep trying. You'll pass the test. You might not pass it this time, but you'll pass the test." And he went on and on. I love Joel Osteen. He's just such a vessel. He's just such a vessel for God. I love that. And I love how God relates those messages to me through him. And I just love it. And so that motivated me to get out of that funky spirit that I was about to get in. But I always catch myself because God is so good no matter what. He directs our footsteps and he's with us every step of the way. And you think God didn't know that test? No, it just wasn't the right time for me. He said, you know, maybe later. And so I'm gonna try again and study more because, it's some things that I have on my plate right now that I'm not organized with. So I need to coordinate and get organized. But other than that, it was pretty good. I went over to my daughter's and we had hot dogs. Don't tell anyone. And I don't even really eat hot dogs, but I really did have a taste for hot dogs. And it's so funny. We talked and me and the grandson and my daughter, we had a good time. We had a good time. So I just, not too long, came from over there and got back home, tried to get relaxed a little bit. Got a little slight headache, but got a meeting tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. And I'm going to chill Sunday. I'm going to chill. I'm just going to chill. It's going to be like and probably half of the day tomorrow, so I'm going to relax a bit and just recoup. Yeah, God is take showing me through a thing. I want to say God has um something planned for me. I say this all the time. Every time we get on here, something's planned for me. And I have to align myself up with his will. And I say that all the time. And it must be true because it comes to me all the time. He has something planned for me. It's bigger than me. I can't see it. It's bigger than me. And I just need to be obedient. I need to do things his way, not my way. It's not going to work for me no more. It's not going to work for me to jump out there and do what I want to do or try to make things happen and try to figure things out on my own. I cannot do that. I never know why I even attempt to do it. I always land flat on my face because I'm trying to control something way bigger than me. And so I decided to just let God do it. Just let him have his way. And I think that if I sit still, and I think I said this before, if I sit still and sit in the corner and wait patiently on God, because his time, again, is not our time. His time is his time, and in his due time, he'll make things the way they're supposed to be, instead of me going out chasing things that I have no business chasing. I do, however, like um uh the fact that I want to stimulate my mind. I mean, I want to keep it rolling. I want to take classes and courses and things that stimulate my mind. I don't want to go idle. I don't want to sit here and be still, per se. When he says be still, I mean, he means not to worry about anything. I think that's what God is saying to me, not to worry about anything. But he don't want me to have an idle mind. He don't want me to have a double mind, or um two-sided, or whatever. He don't want me to be all over the place. I do know that. And but I still need to, I feel that I need to stimulate my mind, like keep it going, keep knowledge coming in there. You know, it's never too late to learn. I was telling my daughter yesterday that I was thinking about taking a course. We talked about, me taking a class or going back to school. I might do that. I'm really considering going back to college. I did 2 years, 2.5 years at University of Houston, and the first year I blew it off. I mean, don't go to college with your best friend, because guess what? We in the activity hall. We taking the easiest classes ever to be the first year, and just pretty much goofing off. Like it was like high school to us the first year. It was nothing. Then it got kind of hard on the second. It got kind of serious, I would say, the second year there, and we really had to get it together and ship it out. So I was busy trying to do life. I didn't know the importance of education. I mean, college education. Man, I wish I would have stayed in there. And I said to myself when I left, I said I was going to go back, you know, coming from, you know, big family and not having the funds to support, me staying there, be it grants. I had grants that I used, and it was like keeping those grades up and then trying to work and trying to, do the things that young folks like to do. So nowadays it's different. People, young folks try to grind. They try to get it in the education, because in the long run, you're gonna need that behind your name. And so I don't think it's too late for me to go back. I think that's something I want to look into. But right now, I just got to get my mind to the point, get back to the point where, it's retaining information, the wisdom is coming and staying, and all of this stuff. I need some brain power here and some motivation. So to motivate myself, I'm again starting to read more and understand the books that I'm reading. And I'm one of those people. I'm I'm one of those people that I would prefer a book to read to me, and I grasp it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of me reading the book per se, and I lose focus. I can read the book, but I still have to have that audio in my head. And without me, if I'm attempting to read a book and get this, because I'm being honest, I'm reading this book, right? I have to go over the lines over again. Like if I read the first two sentences, I'm like, I'm gonna go over because it's a meaning there. Let me get this, and I'll read it again, and then I'll go three, four, 5 lines, and then I'll, read the last line again. It's like dyslexia or something. I don't know. But it takes me almost a minute to get off of 1 or 2 pages. So that's just me, because I'm trying to comprehend what I'm reading, instead of just reading it and then aha at the end of the page or at the end of the paragraph. Think about what it said. I don't know. I had this book. Well, actually, when I was at work some years ago, this guy left some paper, gave me some paperwork. I mean, he was cleaning out his office. He was retired, and he gave me some paperwork on um reading literature. Like it was a some printout, a printout that he had kept in his file or something about Albert Einstein. I did not know he had to learn how to read. He was dumb. He was literally didn't know anything. If you read it, the history on that, he didn't know how to read. He didn't know anything, and he became smart. He became the wisest, smartest man. Albert Einstein, and his the to trace how he became that, it was amazing, and it was like uh showing you how to read straight up and get the knowledge out of your sentences, right, and not stop or stumble, just like read. I guess your eyes, when you're looking at a book or you reading, your eyes supposed to skip every other word. And some people could do that. But me, it's word for word and get the understanding and go back and try, because I don't want to waste my time reading and not getting it. And so that's my difficult. But I have books here, mostly Christian books, Joyce Myers. I got Chicken Soup for the Soul. I started reading that. I should have been and read that. I try to get inspirational books. I used to read novels, the little paperback novels. I would go to the library down the street from my mom's house, and they would have this barrel of no 25-cent novels, 50-cent, romantic novels. And I used to get a couple of those, and I would read. It was like, those romantic novels where um the guy and the woman meet, and they were interesting. They were interesting. Very interesting. So I would read those, the little paperback ones, pretty thick. But I would get through with those without a problem. I don't know where did I stop wanting to read? Was it when my eyes got bad, or was it when, somehow decided, I'm not a reader? I don't know. I learned things from looking in illustrations, like illustrations from YouTubers, and how to do's and how to do this and stuff, and I can pick it up. But my goal right now is to read, and my daughter is with her lovely self, she can read a book in a matter of a day. You know, she reads. I mean, it don't even take that long to get through 20 books, for her. It's like, but for me, I'll pick a book. What I try to do, I'm a crammer. I think that's why I didn't do well on. I'm a crammer. I like to, when I pick up a book, if I lose interest, or if I don't lose interest, if I go 4 or 5 chapters in, I'll be looking how much longer, or how far am I at the end. I'll be looking. Then I'll say, okay, stop that book, put a card in it, close it, go to the next book, start reading it. That's what I started doing. And I said, how much sense does that make when I could have already finished this one book instead of going trying to read 5 books, 3 books at a time? So I don't know. Lord help me. I just don't know. I don't know about me anymore. I have to reinvent myself. I'm going to try and take baby steps into reinventing myself. There's more to me that I even realize. You know, your talents and your gifts are within you, and you don't even know it, because guess what? I feel a lot of times um, out of self, like working a lot and dealing with other people that really, so it's just so mean. Some people waste your time, and I don't mean to sound evil or bad about that. Some people literally you waste a lot, not your time. I'm sorry, take that back. You waste a lot of time on some people that, you know, you ask yourself why, but it's too late because you done already wasted a time. So I'm very, very, very strict on myself about wasting time. I don't have enough patience. That's one of my um, bad things about me, that I don't have a whole lot of patience. I don't believe in I don't believe I'm not the type of person that would want to wait outside of for a grocery store for someone, or wait until somebody go do what they have to do in Walmart or whatever. And I took them, and I'm sitting there waiting on them to come out. Example, one of my sisters. Um, Instead of saying, okay, I'll be right back, and I'll be right back, she don't be right back. I'm sitting in the car listening, and it's dangerous now. You really can't do that anymore. But sitting in the car, 40 minutes pass, another hour pass, and you're not dressed to get out and go in. So you wait, and then you should get in the car, and as if an hour or so hadn't passed, and I'm like, oh, see, that was an hour and something that of my life that I wasted. What was I doing? you know, while I was waiting? How was I productive? What was I getting? What was I doing to contribute to my life in that hour, an hour and a half that I waited? And you're supposed to do things for people. You're supposed to help people out. That's what God would like us to do. But I think some people do take advantage of your time and effort. I mean, your time. And I am one of those people. Like I said, I do not want to waste any time. Not saying you're not worthy of my time. It's just I don't want to waste it. I want to. I could have easily said, I'm gonna go in the store with her and make sure she come out in time, or I don't want to follow her around or whatever. And she's one of those people that don't have a sense of time. Don't they? She don't consider. I mean, she didn't. Apparently, she didn't consider that I was waiting for her in the car in the hour that had passed. And for her to say, "I'm gonna run in here and get this and come back out," and that's just me. That's just an example. I mean, like sometimes we have to wait. Sometimes we have to learn patience, sitting in traffic, waiting for the rain to stop or something, or patiently waiting on your doctor to come in. Sometimes you have to, you know, wait. But if I don't have to, I don't want to. I don't like to waste time, and so I really don't even know how I got on that subject. But I think we was talking about reading. So, but anyway, I don't have a lot of patience. So I'm like, when I read a book, let's go back to the books. When I read a book, I want to read it, get an understanding out of it, and then go to the next one. And I wish I could just read like that without getting sleepy, without getting a headache, or without getting distracted. And I do have some time in the daytime now to read if I wanted to. And I think I say this every night, every time I'm on here with you guys. I say I'm going to start back reading. I did pick up the book. You see, I got some books back there. Um, Last night, I was reading it, and I was looking at the author's. She has some declarations in the back. Oh, I'm going to read. I'm going to print those out, and I'm going to put them on some flashcards, and I'm going to be declaring some things. I love declarations. I do, about me, about what I need to change about my life, or what I need to do better and stuff. And I'm gonna do that. But I was looking at her book and how thick it was and how many pages it was, and all of what entails a book. If you put scriptures in there, you gotta, do the details, what they call it, the index or whatever, the source of where you got it from or whatever. And I was looking at how she put it together, because I'm writing a book right now, and it is from an 8 by 10 perspective. It's like 18 pages, but it's a lot of words. Well, I wouldn't say it's a lot of words. I'm right at 5,000 words in it, and I'm not even done. I'm not halfway done with it, but I'm trying to see how it's gonna look in a format of a book. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I hadn't even titled it, but it's flowing really, really good. So I was writing it right the other day. I've been writing it for a while, but not a while, but a couple of months now. And I was when I was writing it, it went, went on paper. I mean, I typed it in, and then when I went to proofread it or read it back, corrected the errors. The laptops these days show you your errors, your grammar, your punctuations, and all that. So it's easy to do. It's easy, so easy to write a book now. And it was when I was reading it, it was just flowing, and I didn't know I had that. I didn't know I had that in me. I didn't know that I could write like that. If I could write like that, then I should be able to read like that, right? With the flow. And that's what I'm praying for. That's what I'm praying for. Let me get back into reading. I pray because I want to go back to school. I really do. I said that I want to go back. I really want to go and do something with my life, something different. I have the opportunity. I'm waiting on God to show me my direction. I don't know what He wants me to do, but I had an epiphany today coming from the mailbox, and I don't know. We're gonna see about that one. I don't know um if that's what He's telling me to do, and I should do it. I'll tell y'all about that later. It's an idea, it's an epiphany. When I get epiphanies, they're different from my normal thoughts because my normal thoughts will come and come in weird, like, where did that thought come from? Why am I thinking that? And all today it was my thoughts was my the thoughts and feelings was coming in and trying to be not so positive, not so negative, but not so positive, and I could feel it coming in, like saying, um, yeah, wants to connect with me in a negative way, and I didn't want those thoughts to, and I was trying to band them down. I was like, nope, excuse me, nope, 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 I'm not, nope. This day was good. This day was good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all, you know. But those thoughts was like trying to get me, you know what I'm saying? And then I had, to think positive in the positive light and think about what God wants and what God is telling me and what He wants me to do. And it's not about me. I'm so spoiled and rotten because He's blessed me every day, every day. So, I'm a spoiled brat when it comes down to God. I know He loves me. I know He thinks the world of me. And every time I turn on a show or message on YouTube or any kind of message, He's telling me this. So yeah, yeah. So I got to keep things moving. I got to keep it popping. I can't let it, you know, one day be good and one day be put me down. I mean, I feel down and in the dumps, and the next day I'm high in the spirit. And now I have to be balanced. I have to be good. I know what's coming. I can't let that. I gotta stay focused. I gotta look straight to the prize, and I can't let those overwhelming thoughts get to me. And sometimes you can't even talk to family when they clearly will offset your day. So yeah, they will offset your day. I was trying to cram some of my my test studies in this morning, in which I had a few hours to do, and I kept getting distracted. I said, okay. My thoughts was this morning I'm gonna get up, put that book in front of me, and start reading over it and taking this test, practice test. And then I kept stopping. I said, well, let me go take a shower first, and then I'll get that out the way. Well, let me go put on my hair and makeup. I'll get do my hair and makeup. I'll get that out the way, and then let me find something to put on. And if I did that, I had like 2 hours to put it in there. And then my brother called. One of my brothers called. What you doing? Where you been? What you gonna do? What? I say, and I try to explain to him like I gotta go. I got this. I'm studying right quick. What you need, I'll call you back later or whatever, trying to get him off the phone, and he was steady trying to talk. So it was like, once I got him off the phone, it's like I lost my concentration and I couldn't get back into the study. And I was looking at a video, and it was like, the woman was, yeah. And it was like, that was it. I said, I might as well go on, go take this test. I know it. I already knew, and I should have been like positive about doing it, getting a good score. And I already knew that I wasn't going to make it. I wasn't going to do it this time because I didn't put the effort in the studying. I didn't put out, I had always long, I was distracted, always long. I had it's no excuse but mine. I'm not blaming anybody, but I had my grandbaby, and then I had appointments to make, and I had appointment, to set appointments for my clients, and it was busy. It was a busy week. And I kept saying, I have more time, I have more time. But the week went by so fast, and Friday was here before you know it, and it was like, all over. Game over. So, yeah, I have nobody to blame but me for that. And so I can't be down in the dumps so that I can't be like it's the end of the world, because it's not the end of the world, it's the beginning of something good to come. So I'm excited. I am excited. Yes. Um, yeah, yep. So I'm gonna give myself tonight off. Am I? What do I have to do tonight? I'm gonna read my Bible tonight and relax tonight, because I gotta go somewhere tomorrow. And Saturday, Sunday, I'm hitting the books. I'm grinding. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Studying, taking some new notes, like I'm in new classes and everything. So I'm going to enlist the help of everybody that can help me with that test. So I'm going to pass it. I'm going to reset it for next Friday. I don't want to wait too long before it leaves my mind. And yeah, I'm going to give myself a fair chance this time, because it was an easy test. It was, in fact, I sabotaged it myself, because when I looked at the time when I was done with it, I had at least 11, 12 minutes left. Yeah, it was like, did I rush it? Or I don't know if I rushed through that, or some of the answers I honestly did not know. So I was guessing. Some of the answers I did, and I felt confident about. And apparently I was pretty good. I did pretty good for someone that did not know the answers to, you know, the ones that I missed. I did not know the answers to it. So those are the ones that I have to study more on. Actually, I must study all over again, everything. It's getting pretty easier as it goes. So I don't know why I'm sitting up here talking 15 minutes about a test that I took. I need to tell you something positive. I need to leave you with something positive. And I always try to think about something that I am experiencing, or something I've seen. And I noticed lately that I have been able to, and I don't want to say weird, because it's probably just a blessing that I have, or a talent or gift that I have that I didn't even know. But I can actually, and I think we all have that gift to actually um foresee things, like when it's intuition. When somebody's gonna call you, right? And that person call you. I've been seeing that a lot. I've been experiencing that a lot. Like, I know the message that I'm about to receive if I turn on the TV. I know I know when things are going to happen. That's why when it's something negative or something bad, I come off of that thought really, really fast. I hurry up and shut that down, because I know I can create that. And it's so weird, because I don't want to create nothing bad. So the positive things I try to think on, and good things. But I'm so good at reading people, and not reading, interpreting things, which I don't know. I want to be able to utilize that in a way to help people, you know. It's so weird because I don't have my life figured out. I can't figure out my own life. How am I going to, help people discover what's going on in theirs, or discover, tell them something that I know. I'm good at talking to my daughter. Man, my daughter just, we flow with it. But talking to other people is like, I don't want people to think I'm crazy. I don't want them to think that I'm a witch or anything. I'm not that. And I wonder how people look at people with a gift like that, like, gift. Maybe it's a gift of discernment. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I said to myself, I told my daughter, I said, if it's that easy, why can't I manifest or bring into thought money, millions of dollars? And I probably could if I focused and stopped thinking in my head that I can't have that. I remember writing down an amount on a piece of on a card, and I said, nah, maybe not on a card, maybe in a journal. And I said, this is how much money I want to pay off my car for a year. And this is how much I want to pay off my rent for a year. And this is how much I'm gonna need to pay up my bills to have available for my bills. And I calculated that amount, and I think I wrote it down. I wrote it down, and I remember writing it down. It wasn't much. It was like 20. I mean, it was not paying off anything. Maybe it was paying off everything for a year or so. So it was like, mind you, my income it was not, it was shot to what. But I remember writing down this figure, right? And this figure wasn't it was it, y'all would laugh if I told y'all how much it was. It was like $22,195 that I needed to be comfortable, that I needed, and a lump sum that I can still have my income coming in, and then I won't have to worry about this stuff for a year. Don't do that. Don't do that. You got to think big. That's not enough. That was not. I actually, when I look back at it, actually got that type of money to come in. I did. It was like, that's what I was pretty much living off of. And I did not pay my rent out. I mean, I paid my rent up, but it wasn't enough. It was like, I mean, it was an expense amount that allowed me to stay off of work long as I have so far. So it was almost in that range that I met from back when I asked that, I mean, put that amount down to up until now. And you gotta be careful what you ask for. You'll get it, but you'll get it in a different form, or fashion, or in a way that it won't. I mean, that's little money to me. That's a little money. I'm grateful for all of it. I'm grateful for everything God give me. But God said, okay, so maybe He said, okay, that's all you want. Okay, that's easy. That ain't nothing. But I'm gonna write this big, huge number down. It may take a year. And I don't know, maybe tomorrow that I get it, but I'm gonna write a big number down. I'm gonna write a big number down, and I'm gonna see if I can get it. I'm gonna see if it's gonna come into fruition. That's weird, huh? But we are what we think. We have what we think. So I'm going to do that, because I do believe, and I've seen this, that I did get what I was asking for. But that was me being in that small mind. It's being small minded. Like, that was a lot of money to me, because unfortunately that's the mindset I had, that I can't make over this amount. And I'm finna rethink that. I was watching, uh I found a audio book on YouTube, It's called I'm gonna share this with you guys because I think it's very knowledgeable. It's called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Sometimes it's by Harv Eker. I butchered his name. Sometimes we don't know how to be millionaires. We can get $1 million and it'll be gone in a year because we don't know how to mine that type of money. When I say mine, we don't know how to attend to it, it won't last. It has to start in here. Like you have to know that if I spend this $1 million, it's coming back, it's rotating back into because I have to think like rich people think. Mind you, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth, and I've never seen a million. I mean, we've all seen $1 million within our work range over a couple of 10 years, maybe 5 years, 15 years. Maybe we've seen $1 million in that run of a time, but to actually have $1 million in your bank account, wow, I have never seen that, and I visualize it. I see it now. My mind was like, well, I'm gonna get $1 million from a play the lottery. Every time I spend the lottery, I'm making somebody money on the lottery. I'm making somebody else rich. So I need to set my mind to saying I'm already rich. I'm already rich. Already rich. I'm already abundant. I learned that we say our affirmations and we say I want abundance and success. Well, you already have abundance. When you look around at your blessings, you already have it. You just want more of it. You already have it. You're blessed. You have a roof over your head. You got a car to drive. You got a job to go through. You got income coming in rather, and you have your health. Man, hey, that's more than enough. And you have your loved ones, so you're blessed. I mean, you got abundance, but you want more of it, and so your mind has to be set on, you know, uh, in a different light than what you're used to. From where your family was from, or where your family was at income wise, or you know you got to be in that mindset. And so I decided to, you know think rich, think millionaire thoughts, think that I'm not lacking any good thing. I'm not lacking anything. I can go in there and eat whatever. If I wanted something to eat, I know it's a possibility I can get what I want to eat, you know, without any money in my bank account. Don't ask me how. God is plentiful, that He makes the land plentiful, so He provides. I never really ever thought about a meal before. Never really even thought about where my next meal was going to come from. Never really thought about that. And I'm so abundant with the things that I tell you, I have so many things that God has allowed me to get, even in the midst of being broke. That is such a blessing that we take for granted when we're getting it. So we keep you know we keep ourselves going after that thing, right? And we get, before you know it, we have a whole bunch of that one thing or those things. And when you look back, like, I really didn't need it, but this is for the reason why He allowed me to get these things was for a rainy day. And a rainy day, having, you know, an outfit to put on if you get called for an interview, you know, that's there. Or if you start a new job, I'm readily available for that. Um, you know, but the rainy day funds, as far as the money is concerned, we got to be prepared for that too. And most of us live day to day. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be like that anymore. I do not wish to be living from paycheck to paycheck, day to day, bustling and grinding for abundance. When God said, I clearly said I can have these things in His promises. So I have to just, this is the thing that's stopping me. I'm blocking myself. I am the one who is stopping me from being over there. You know what I'm saying? So being that successful entrepreneur, or being that millionaire, billionaire, in fact, I am the only one standing in my way, you know. So I have to say to myself, do I want these things? If I do, then I have to change how I look at them, or how I looked at money in the past. So I am the last person. I should be the last spokesperson to talk about money. I'm not. I was never a top of the line tell you what to do with your money. But now, on hand experience, knowing when you don't have it, what better experience than that when you just don't have it? So I I laugh at it because it's funny, because I know God still provides. He still provides. So one day I'm gonna have his mind set to where I can have that $1 million, and I can have it abundantly and repeatedly, and it's gonna be like, oh wow, I should have done this long time ago. So we'll see where that take us. I want y'all to start praying bold prayers. Yeah, because that's what I'm gonna start doing. Pray bold prayers, like something. Ask God for something. And don't look at it as being materialist. Ask God for something big, something you couldn't imagine having, or something that you see is a stretch to get to have, or something that you never dreamed of in a million years, but in in the inside of you, you believed you can have it one day. And we always reach for that one day. One day I'm gonna do this. One day I'm gonna have this. And then, but it's in you. You know what I mean? It's in you. It's within you to have. But you have to open yourself up to receiving it and believing that you can have it. Excuse me. So I'm going to start praying bold prayers and expecting them. Yep, expecting them, believing that I can have them, and desiring them from my heart along with my mind. If it's not up here, you're not going to create it, you know? So that's going to take a lot of reading, resetting, learning, um, understanding, seeing it. Seeing is believing, having the faith, you know, you just got to get it. You got to get it in there. So that's all I want to talk to you about, you know, believing that you can have what it is that you want. Um, and I want to be a millionaire. I'm going to set my mind and my goals on being a millionaire, or having the amount of money coming in, not just for, yeah, not just to be, you know, not to be rich and want to be up there with other people. I don't want to compete with nobody. I don't want to, I don't want to be like the Joneses. I just want to live comfortable. I want to live comfortable. And to me, that might just be a house with a patio, you know, decked out patio, and just, you know, the home, the beautiful home. That's it. That's it. And I think I could live. And a husband, of course. I think I could live comfortable like that, and with that income coming in, because I want to retire with a bang. I don't want to retire just, you know, really living from paycheck to paycheck again, because I know there are people that come out of retirement and have to work, and I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to. I mean, I know how to. I'm learning how to live. I've always learned how to live within my means. But what is my means? You know what I'm saying? I want my means to be stretched. I want to, you know, be. It's so much of it that I'm able to help somebody else in my place, or somebody else that's you know, saying the same thing that I'm saying. I want to have more of abundance or peace. And you don't have peace if you're worried about bills every night, or worried about what's next, or worried about your mortgage. I remember I had that mortgage, man. It was a headache just trying to keep a house with that many repairs every day and every night. I either have to choose to pay the mortgage or choose to do the repairs. I either had to, keep the utilities on, or do without other things. Put $10 worth of gas in my car, or eat, bring my lunch to work, or whatever. It was a lot of sacrifices, and sometimes that's life. A lot of sacrifices. And I always said this to myself. I've always said I want to lay my head on the pillow one night, and the next morning get up and not have to worry about a bill at all, any debt at all, anything over my head, or anything that's relatively above me to handle. So I dream for that day. I dream, and it may just be around the corner. It may be simply getting married and sharing an income with somebody, being a teammate with somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about how you look at it. So I'm gonna think on those thoughts. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back to my childlike mind and imagine, having these things that I used to always dream about. And they'll come. They'll come. Yeah, they're possible. So I hope you guys had a very good. Let me see. Did I miss anything? Mhm. No, I think that's pretty much it. I want to say this though. When I talk about God, I talk about my whole being. I know I can't do anything without God. I know that's the reason why I'm not saying things that God said. If He's telling me, you know, to tell someone, I'll speak it. But sometimes, right now, He's dealing with me. He's trying to get me right before I can deliver anything to you guys. But I do know by experience. I do know in my whole being that He's with me, and He's always looking out for me. He's always there for me, and He's always loving me. So I have to love on myself. The Creator loved me. Why can't I love myself? So I love on myself, and I want you guys to do that too. I want you guys to embrace yourself, love on yourself, embrace your family, and I always know God is there, no matter what. He's there. Um, I hope you guys. That's it for me. I'm getting ready to call it a day. I think I'm gonna go and get a snack, and then I'm gonna turn on my TV and get ready for bed. I hope you guys had a good day, a good Friday. I hope you guys had a very good evening, or having a very good evening, and stay blessed, stay close, stay loved, and I will see you in the later one. Have a good night. Bye.